Those stories in a few minutes, but first, we want to begin with breaking news. Chopper 10 and several 10 on your side crews are at the scene of a deadly school bus accident. It happened just before 2:30 in the Western Branch area of Chesapeake on Taylor Road. An SUV slammed into the side of a bus as it was turning.
The driver of the SUV died at the scene. A handful of children were on the bus. They have scrapes and bruises. 10 on your side's Jason Marks is one of two crews on the ground. So Jason, tell us what it's looking like out there right now from your perspective.
Well, Anita, I can tell you that the bus and the SUV, for all intents and purposes, hit head on. Let me step out of the way and show you what's happening right now. And you can see you have Chesapeake Fire Department. The reason why they're blocking us right now from that crash is because they're actually taking the body of the driver of that SUV. They're taking it out of the vehicle, and so they want to block everyone, shield everyone, so no one has to see what's going on behind there. You can see on the right side of that vehicle right there, you can see that looks like what the driver's side door of that SUV. Also, you can see the back of that bus. Now, here's what we're being told. It was around 2:30 this afternoon when that school bus carrying approximately 25 Western Branch intermediate students. They were coming eastbound on Taylor Road. That SUV, we're told, was going westbound. The bus was about to make a left-hand turn onto Peppercorn when that SUV slammed into the front of the bus. Smoke filled the air. All of a sudden, the students started to scream and cry. When witnesses ran up to that SUV, the driver of the vehicle was already dead. Then they focused on getting the students off. We're told the students came off, obviously crying at the time, but did not have any idea what had happened. Many of them were just kind of reading books on the way home. We're told 12 of those students went to area hospitals with bumps and bruises. The others were taken back to school to be reunited with their parents. Now, we just spoke with one student who was on that bus and her mom. Hear what she's had to say.
We were just driving and the bus bounced and everybody shifted to one side. And then people just started crying and screaming.
What did it feel like?
It was pretty scary to know that we were in that situation.
She called me crying, and I thought, she locked herself out of the house. I wasn't home, and she said the bus hit, and I thought she was trying to tell me the bus hit her. And then she got out, the bus hit the car because she was crying, and I was like, okay. She's like, you need to come and get me.
Yeah, and then parents started to come up here and then realized that the students were taken back to Western Branch Intermediate to be reunited. You're taking a look at, that's an investigation tool right there that police are using. They actually just started their investigation. They stopped for a second. So what they can do now is get the driver out of that vehicle, and then they're going to continue on investigating exactly what happened here. Early reports, witnesses tell police that it appears that the driver of that SUV was traveling at a high rate of speed at the time of that accident. Of course, that's something else police will figure out in the course of their investigation, but this is going to be a couple more hours out here trying to figure out exactly what happened. Now, my colleague Lauren Compton, she's at Western Branch where she spoke with some of those students and their parents as they were reunited at the school. Lauren, what's the story over there?
Well, Jason, a lot of parents were panicked when they heard about the crash. School officials notified parents with kids on that bus. Many of them, as you mentioned, rushed to the scene to see how their kids were doing. And I'm told they were taken back when they saw just how bad that crash was on Taylor Road. We've seen a lot of those parents coming to pick up their kids here after this ordeal. Many of them still shaken up about what they saw. We now know where the students have been taken that were injured in this crash. 5 students were taken to Centerra Harbor Hospital in Suffolk. 4 of those students have already been treated and released. 7 students were treated for minor injuries at Centerra Norfolk General. And coming up tonight at 6, I'll tell you about a parent who rushed to that scene and what he saw and how he felt about his daughter being in that bus. Reporting live in Chesapeake, Lauren Compton, 10 on your side. Lauren.